Berenstain bears. Little bears make big helpers. Do you want to play a 1-cup or a 2-cup game? If you see your name on the typewriter, click on it. If you don't, just type in your name. You can either use your keyboard or your mouse to click on these letters. When you've got it right, press the OK button. Now, you have to decide which level you want to play at. Level 1 is the easiest, level 3 is the most difficult, and level 2 is right in between. Don't worry about this too much. You can change your level during any of the games. All right, let's get going.
Hi there, and welcome to Little Bears Make Big Helpers. We're going to learn about how little bears can lend a helping hand around the home. Brother and I have learned a lot about helping out and want to share our stories with you. You'll see the story when Brother and I help Mama make quilts and Papa collect honey. Then there's the time I had to learn how to plan and organize to get a whole list of things done. And we'll never forget the time Mama taught us how much fun and helpful cleaning up our own room can be. So come help us out, watch our stories, and maybe you'll learn how to be a big helper too.
Come help me and my family collect honey.
Come help me make some quilts.
Help me do some chores around Beartown.
Come help Sister and me clean up our room. Come help me make some quilts.
Come help me and my family collect honey. The Berenstain bears are busy as bees, helping one another hunt for honey in the trees. If there's one thing that's known about bears, it's that we like our honey. We eat it all kinds of ways. Barbecued honeycomb is a family favorite. Collecting the honey is really hard work. It's hard to watch out for bees and collect honey from their hives at the same time. I don't want to get stung. Once, after hunting for honey, I was tired from all the work and told my family what a hard day I'd had. The next day, Brother and Sister Bear offered to help me, since they had no plans. What a great idea, I thought. While I collected the honey, the cubs could watch out for the bees, and we would be able to get the job done faster and easier. All right, let's get collecting that honey. Use your mouse and these buttons to tell me which way to go. Direct me to the trees with honey dripping from them. Once there, I'll collect honey from the tree, filling my honey pot. You can see how full the honey pot I'm carrying is right here. Once it's full, direct me back to the table, and I'll pick up a new pot. Keep going until you fill all the pots. You can see how many are left over here. Remember to avoid those pesky bees while directing me around the honey grove. If I run into some, I'm sure to spill out some honey, and we'll have to go back and collect more honey. The buzz about town is that you're willing to help us track down some more honey. With your assistance, maybe we can fill all of these pots. Direct me to another honey-dripping tree. This pot's full. I need to get an empty one from the table. Keep going. There's no more honey in this tree. Let's find another one. Pot's full. Steer me back to the table so I can get an empty pot. Keep going. table, so it looks like we got all the honey we need, thanks to you. Well, our plan B really worked. With Brother and Sister Bear on the lookout for bees, I had more time to find the sweetest honey I could.
Great job! You've earned a certificate for all your help, so you can remember how helpful you were. If you want to print it out, just use the print buttons. And when you're finished, press the Done button.
Come help me and my family collect honey.
Come help me make some quilts. Patch by patch, inch by inch. When you work together, quilt making's a cinch. One of my favorite hobbies is quilt making. Quilts are the beautiful blankets made with patches of fabric and lots of love. But I don't always have time to sew my quilts because there's so much else to do. Last week, I was very nervous about getting them done. The county fair was just around the corner, and my quilts were not finished. Brother and Sister Bear noticed my concern and offered to pitch in. I told them about some of my ideas, and they helped to put the patches together. Thanks to them, I completed the quilts and took them to the fair just in time. I'm glad you're able to help me finish these quilts. There's so much to do. Here's the quilt square I need you to make, and over here's the pieces to make it with. Just use your mouse to place it in the pattern. It's okay if you put it in the wrong spot. You can always use your mouse to move it. Just put all the pieces together, and you've got a quilt square. When you think you've got it done right, just press the OK button, and I'll check it. Keep going until you finish all the quilt squares I need. I need a little help finishing up some quilts. We have all the supplies and the fun has begun. Your challenge is to see if you can figure the pieces of the quilt I'd like you to help me make. Those quilt squares are looking great. I need a little help finishing up some quilts. Those quilt squares are looking great. Close, but not quite. I need a little help finishing up some... Those quilt squares are looking great. Those quilt squares are looking great. Those quilt squares are looking great. Great job! We're done with all the quilts I needed to make. Thank you so much for your help. Now, how about making one for yourself? Use your mouse to place the pieces just like before, but this time make any quilt pattern you want. Use the color print button to print out the quilt you make in color, or the black and white button to print it out so you can color it yourself. Make sure you get your parents' help with printing and cutting them out. Here's the box with all of my quilt pieces on it. Just press the button at the top or the bottom of the box to scroll through the pieces and use your mouse to place the pieces on the table. Once you've got it just right, press one of the print buttons to print out your design. And when you're all finished, just go ahead and press the Done button. Great job! Those quilt squares look terrific! Those were great quilts you made. Next year, maybe you can help me design some quilts for the fair.
Fantastic job! And thanks for being such a great helper bear.
Help me do some chores around Beartown. When you've got lots to do, but just a little time, you just have to make a plan and things will work out fine. Papa Bear said we could all go to the neighborhood baseball game tonight, but only if we all pitched in to do all our chores and run all our errands. He said if we didn't get them all done, we couldn't make it to the game in time. I offered to help take care of the tasks in town. But to get everything done in time and catch the bus back home, I had to make a plan. I wrote down all the chores that need to be done and where I needed to go. Like, I decided that after a stop at the store, I would pick flowers from Mama's vases since the park was so close by. It will really help to follow my chore list and do all of my errands in one area of town to save time. Okay, let's get going on this chores list. On the screen, you can see the buildings I have to visit to do all of the in-town chores. The ones I have to visit are the colored ones, and the ones I don't are gray. I have to do all of the chores and get to the bus station before the bus comes. In order to get them done in time, I'll have to visit all of the buildings in this many steps. Use your mouse to place the numbers on the buildings in the order you want me to do them. When you place a number on a building, footsteps will be placed on the screen from the last location to the one where you place the number. As steps are placed on the screen, you'll see them removed from over here. Keep placing the numbers on the buildings until you've done all the chores, or run out of steps over here. Do chores close to each other, right after each other, so they'll take fewer paws. If you run out of paws, I'll let you know. Don't worry if you run out of steps. We'll start over and you can try again.
So let's get out there and plan some chores.
Thanks to our careful planning, I caught the bus on time. When I got home, the rest of my family had finished their chores too, so we all got to have fun at the neighborhood baseball game. Now that's what I call teamwork.
Great job! Hey, thanks for helping. Here's a certificate for your help. Come help Sister and me clean up our room. Drivers, start your engines. This dump truck's got a chore. It's going to help us clean our room like we never have before. Sister Bear and I are really good at making a mess in our room. We're not so good at cleaning it up. we'd rather be having fun outside or playing with our toys than cleaning. But the other day, we heard all sorts of strange noises in our room. It turns out Mama Bear had closed the door and was having all kinds of fun in there. Believe it or not, she had turned cleaning our room into a game. Mama was picking up our room by putting stuff in our toy dump truck and zooming it across the floor. It looked like so much fun, we asked to join. Before you knew it, our room was super clean, and we actually had a good time getting it that way. Welcome to our cleanup derby. Sister or I will put something to put away in the back of our remote control truck here. It's your job to figure out where it goes. Use the controller to drive the truck around the bedroom, pressing the direction you want the truck to go. When you think the truck is next to where the item goes, press the dump button and the truck will dump. If you're wrong, the item will pop out at you and you'll have to try another spot. But if you're right, the item will stay. Just drive the truck on back to Sister and me, and we'll put another item to put away into it. Keep going until all the items are put away, and our room will be super clean. Beep, beep. Let's get trucking and clean up this room. Look at you go! Looks good! Nope, not it. Try a different box. You're a great help. We're off to a good start. Nice move. You found where it goes. Good job. Great job. The whole room is clean, and it's all because you helped us out. Now that everything is cleaned up and organized, it's much easier to find our games and toys, and it's much harder to lose stuff. Even though cleaning it up wasn't so bad, I think we'll try to keep our room in tip-top shape from now on. Super! You're learning all about being a helper bear, and here's a certificate to prove it.
Didn't we have a good time? We learned all about how even a little bear could be a big helper. You don't have to be big to give lots of help. You were such a big help that we're going to give you a special Big Helper Award. Come back and help us some more. I'm sure it will be lots of fun. And remember, the best part of being a helper bear is the satisfaction that comes from helping itself.
Here's your special Helper Bear Award. Thanks for being such a great helper.
Come help me make some quilts.